Hello, my name is Michelle Artizzoni, and I am a digital learning coach for Burlington Public Schools. Welcome to the 2022-2023 Elementary School Technology Orientation video. Thanks for joining me today, and let's get started with an introduction of who the team members are in our department. On our digital learning team, we are led and directed by Dennis Villano, Director of Technology Integration. There are 6 digital learning coaches on our team. They are Jen Sheffer, Michelle Artizzoni, Paula Weldon, Dan Donoff, Linda O'Leary, and Leroy Wong. Together, we support all staff and students across the entire district. On our IT team side, we have our IT director, Jose D'Souza, our systems administrator, Eric Calandrello, 2 IT technicians, Theo Goulis and Emerson Perez, and Fadine Satirial, the administrative assistant. Our IT team supports the schools as well as the town of Burlington and their technology needs. So you might be wondering what is the difference or how to distinguish what each side of our team does to support students and staff in schools. The digital learning team, we help answer questions that teachers and students might ask, such as, how do I do that? We would collaborate with staff on technology integration across the entire curriculum from grades preschool through grade 12. We support applications that are used on student iPads as well as teacher iPads and MacBooks. We also support teaching our own digital literacy and computer science curriculum lessons. Also, members of our digital learning team are our teacher librarians, who we often are found at times co-teaching with in our library learning commons. The digital learning team also provides instruction and staff professional development to teachers. Our IT team side might be faced with such questions as, can you fix it? They also provide and service devices that are issued to staff and students, such as iPads and MacBooks. They support and troubleshoot our network, our phones, the in classroom projectors and peripherals. They also support teachers and students' accounts, as well as password recovery. And as I mentioned on an earlier slide, they also work with the town of Burlington in a partnership to support the town's IT needs as well. In Burlington, we have a one-to-one iPad learning program in place and have for years. Our students in grades K through 5 will be issued a school device, an iPad, that will remain in their school classroom in a homeroom cart at the end of the school day. The student iPads are managed with Burlington Public Schools security and restrictions in place. That is supported by our IT team's department's use of the Mosile Mobile Device Management System. Students will use their BPS Google account to access content and subscriptions. Teachers set the expectation for students using iPads. Burlington Public Schools' responsible use policy and student handbooks are used as guides to support students using iPads. Students are responsible for the care of their device in school. If for some reason your student is saying that they need help or support with their iPad, their first step would be to talk to their homeroom teacher. The homeroom teacher will then reach out and contact the BPS IT technology department for any support that would be needed further. Students in grades 2 through 9 have an iPad case that has an attached keyboard already built in, as you see here. Caring for your iPad. Students are taught that their iPad is an essential learning tool. There should be no eating or drinking near a student's iPad. They are taught to take care when transporting their iPad between classrooms. And they are taught to remember that the iPad screen is fragile since it's made out of glass. Internet filtering. Online activity of all iPads is filtered at school. Inappropriate content is filtered and or blocked. Online activities are monitored by administrators and the IT department. Please, we encourage you to discuss online activity and safety with your child, our student. Parents should be highly involved. A great resource for you as parents would be to visit the parent section of a very common popular website called Common Sense Media. They have great supports for parents. Please note that students are held responsible for their behavior online, and digital identity can significantly affect your future. Mobile device management. Our IT team uses Mobile Mobile Device Management, or MDM. MDM controls security restrictions and applications. This does not include control over cameras. Apps are available for students to access in the Mobile Manager app. You can see the icon right here. Updates to students' apps are also available in that same Mobile Manager app. So, in short, the Mobile Manager app replaces the Apple App Store. So, our App Store restrictions. The Apple App Store is disabled for students. Apps are installable via the Mobile Manager app. Apps are approved by Burlington Public Schools staff. App Store restrictions cannot be removed, and there is no opt-out available for these restrictions. Again, to have the safety and well-being of students in mind, we use the Mobile Manager app to control what apps students have access to. Data privacy. Burlington Public Schools takes data privacy very seriously. There is an emphasis on student and staff data privacy. We do this by looking at all apps, sites, and Chrome extensions and reviewing them before allowing access. All account-based products are reviewed. Approved apps and sites can be found on the list here posted on our Burlington Public School website. This is a clickable link if you go to the slide deck. Common Sense Media, to give you a little bit more background. We at school use Common Sense Media for our digital citizenship curriculum that is taught between grades K through 8. Some of the topics that are covered in the Common Sense Media curriculum are web safety, digital citizenship, privacy protection and online identity, movies, music, video games, ratings and reviews, as well as family technology ideas and guidance available to you. Below, you can see the apps that are included in the Google Workspace. Every student at Burlington Public Schools has access to using apps within Google Workspace. They can be divided into 3 distinct areas of education. To encourage communication, we have Gmail, Meet, and Google Calendar. For storage of Google activities, Google projects, as well as other apps, we can store those in our Google Drive. For collaboration, students have access to Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Sites. To emphasize the data storage a little bit more specifically for Google Drive, this is a cloud-based data storage app. So the student can sign on to their Google Drive at home and show the same projects that are on their iPad at school that have been shared in their Google Drive. Students can back up their files, pictures, videos, and some apps and projects done outside of Google. For students' Google accounts, here's some brief notes. It is a critical key to accessing technology resources and communication. Their student Google Gmail account user format is as follows: their LACID number at bps1to1.org. Within that format, the word LACID represents the student's unique 6-digit identifying number. An example student email is 123456 at bps1to1.org. For safety and security, email can only be sent and received from within the Burlington domain between staff and students only. A student Google account password. Please, parents and families, help your child memorize his or her Google account password. Passwords must be a minimum of 8 characters. A strong password will have a mixture of upper and lowercase characters, as well as special characters, for example, an exclamation point, at sign, or asterisk. Passwords should always be kept confidential. Students will have the ease of use of using the BPS ClassLink single sign-on system. ClassLink is a single sign-on system which allows students to use just their Gmail username and password to log into applications with that single set of credentials, and those are set up at the district level. Once going into ClassLink and a student enters their Gmail username and password, they will already have access to apps such as Seesaw, iReady, BrainPop, STMath, and they can all be accessed via your child's ClassLink Launchpad app. And you can see the icon right here. If you wanted to log into your ClassLink at home, here are the steps. Users log into the application with that same set of credentials at home that we configured here at the district. Again, it's the student's Gmail username and password. Once you know the username and password, the next step to do when logging in at home, you need to go to ClassLink. So please open Safari or any web browser and enter in the following link as you see below. Once you enter in that link, click Sign On with Google. And here comes a visual. Once on the ClassLink BPS webpage, you would click here to sign in with Google with your student, your child, and an example login. Once again, a student's email will be their 6-digit unique last number. Here, the example 123456, and every student will end their account with @bps1to1.org. And then please enter their unique password. Remember, it's at least 8 characters long. Next, we'll highlight the Seesaw Learning app. The Seesaw Learning app is available to every student in elementary school grades K through 5, and it allows students to be connected to their teacher for assignments, as well as you as a family member to be connected and see those assignments that your child has created. Students and families can use the Seesaw Learning app highlighted here to the right. There's a little visual and the title, Seesaw Learning. Seesaw is a digital workflow for assignments and feedback between student and teacher and parent. It can also be used for a teacher to put forth parent communication or an announcement or a bulletin. It promotes independent learning and creativity on behalf of the student. Students create a purposeful digital journal, and when you connect as a parent, it allows you to see your child's learning process. Seesaw supports audio, video, photos, drawings, and more. Students only see their teacher-approved work. From the family point of view, the Seesaw Learning app is available for families up to 5 family members. You would install the app, again seen here to the right, on your own personal device. Once logged in and connected to your child's Seesaw account, you can see all of the posted work that has been approved by the teacher. You have the ability to comment and like each post that your child puts into their journal. You can also send a private message back to the teacher. You will only see the work of your child. If you have more than one child using Seesaw, you will have the ability to toggle between each child's journal. Once again, for technology and iPad support, if your child is having issues that you hear about at school, please encourage them to talk to their homeroom teacher. That is the first step. Then the teacher will reach out and contact the BPS Technology Department if further support is needed. We welcome you to stay connected. Please check out our BPS Digital Learning website for updated digital resources, how-to guides, and technology learning sessions. You can click on the first link of BPS Digital Learning when viewing this in Google Slides. And within our webpage, we have a specific tab set aside that lists family resources with you, the family and guardians, in mind. Well, that about wraps up our technology orientation for elementary families. I thank you for your time spent viewing this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the coaches that you saw their names and emails at the beginning of this video. We would be more than happy to help answer any of your questions that you may have, and we welcome another school year of working with your children. Thank you so much.